Today we will be completing pages 13 and 14 in our notes, and the title of those pages will be Corresponding Parts. So make sure you fill out your title page and then flip to page 13 and 14. And the full title for this page that I want you to put on page 14 is Corresponding Parts of Congruent Triangles are Congruent. And we will almost always abbreviate that very long statement into CPCTC. So let's go ahead and highlight where that's coming from. So corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. And that's going to give us our CPCTC, which is very useful in geometry. So today you should have picked up a triangle in class and gotten a hole punch put into your triangle. So we are going to, somewhere in this upper right half of your paper is where we're going to actually put this triangle. So I want you to slide it sort of down and to the left in this open space over here, and we are going to trace this triangle. So just stick it over there somewhere where it fits and trace around this triangle. And you know that since you just traced this triangle, that these two triangles are exactly the same shape and exactly the same size. So we know that these two triangles are congruent. In the triangle you just drew, let's go ahead and label the vertices D, E, and F. And let's start marking the corresponding parts on these two triangles. So we know, based on how we have drawn this triangle, that side AB is congruent to side DE, and side BC is congruent to side EF, and side AC is congruent to side DF. So we know that those three sides are congruent to each other. And we also know that angle A is congruent to angle D. And we know that angle B is congruent to angle E. And that angle C, our final angle, is congruent to angle F. All right, let's go ahead and attach this triangle to our paper. So you can put it anywhere in this upper right-hand page and punch your brad through, and then fold down the back side of your brad. Now, no matter which way I turn this triangle, it does not matter how this triangle is turned, these two triangles are always congruent, and side AB will always be congruent to side DE, no matter where this triangle is positioned in space. So we can always write some congruent statements about these two triangles. So let's, I'm going to go ahead and draw a line across my paper, and that will give us some space to write our triangle congruence. So let's start with pull down so we can see what's going on here. So let's actually start with the entire triangle, because we know these two triangles are congruent. So we can write a triangle congruence statement. So we know that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. We know that because we traced this triangle So these two triangles have to be identical copies, same shape, same size. The two triangles are congruent. Then we can start by talking about our side congruencies. So we know that side AB is congruent to side DE. And we know that side BC is congruent to side EF. And we know that side AC is congruent to side DF. So we've written our three triangle side congruencies. Now we can write our three angle congruencies. So we know that angle A is congruent to angle D. Angle B is congruent to angle E. And angle C is congruent to angle F. And those statements will stay the same no matter how our triangles are positioned. On page 13, you have a worksheet of writing congruent statements regarding congruent triangles. And so you're going to complete that and then tape that into page 13, and then you'll be done for the evening.